Company and does logos and brands and things like that, and helps new starting businesses. And I happen to have a new starting business, and first met Nick when I was opening up a restaurant. And she, I actually came to her office, and the first time I came was actually looking for a guy named Nick, and then.
And I remember when he came into the office, and we actually remember, even though it wasn't until a year later that we actually dated, we remember when he walked in, and I remember him walking in looking for a guy named Nick. And so I'm like, "I'm Nick," and so there was kind of a surprise moment of coolness, I guess.
So we got to know each other a little bit through doing business, and grabbing a couple of lunches and things like that, and then for myself, I was trying to get to know her more, and actually ended up opening up another business, and needed a lot of the same services, and so went right back. And after about 3 or 4 businesses, and trying to come up with ideas of companies to open.
I joked, you don't have to keep opening businesses, you can just go to a movie.
Yeah, she luckily after that, she finally asked me to a movie. The adventure was I took her with some friends to a Colts game, and that was my first game for me being in the NFL. That was the first game that I'd gone to after being in the NFL, and it was the first game I'd really ever gone to as a fan. And so I asked Mick to go with, and
we were with like 40 people.
Yeah. And
we were at the Colts game, and all of them knew he had just retired from pro ball. So I, being more in the art world than the sports world, was a little intimidated because I don't know too much about football. So I said, "Yeah, I'll go with you," but knowing that I didn't know much, and we were pretty much in the nosebleed seats, and partially through the game, so I felt the pressure of needing to know something about football, and he was, without my knowing, very nervous about the fact that he, or not nervous, anxious about the fact that he wasn't actually...
nervous because of you, but I was anxious because I was watching the game.
But it was the first time he wasn't on the field, but all the way up in the nosebleed seat. So we were at the Colts game, and he leaned over halfway through maybe, I don't even know if it was halftime.
Yeah.
And he leaned over and he said, "This is really boring. Can we leave and go shopping?" So I looked at him like, "Are you joking? Of course we can leave and go shopping." So we stood up and left, and all of his friends kind of thought that he was nuts because he was leaving the football game to go shopping, and thought that he was fulfilling my request, but really he just had...
That was my idea.
Yeah, really he was just... first game since he was played pro ball. So from then on, we had our first shopping trip, and I think after that, there it was.
Yep.